everyone. Welcome to today's session. I am Amal Agustin, your English teacher. So today we will discuss about articles. So that is the second chapter in your 9th English grammar textbook. What do you mean by article? There are three articles in English: a, an, and the. They are called articles as they have significant role as parts of speech. They are also called determiners as they affect the meaning of the noun. As you know, there are two types of articles: the definite article and the indefinite article. You might have studied in your previous classes about all this. So the definite article is the, and the indefinite articles are a and an. So this is a brief idea about articles. Now we move on to see articles in detail, that is the definite article and the indefinite article. So we will see about the definite article is used, where and when is used, and the places where it is omitted. And now we will also see about the indefinite article and its usages and the omission where it happens. So shall we move on to it? Now we move on to see about indefinite articles. The indefinite article is a or an. A is used before consonants and an before words beginning with a vowel. For example, a box, a pen, a lion. And for examples of an and, an eye, an orange, an umbrella, an interesting book, and so on. And there are some more things which we have to remember when we deal with articles. In the first letter of a word is a silent H. It is treated as a vowel for this purpose. For example, an hour, an heir, an honor, an honest man, and so on. Here, the word H is silent in all these words. So, we will treat this as a indefinite article and we will use an before these words. And some words begin with a vowel but are pronounced as if they begin with a Y and therefore preceded by a. For example, university, a European, a useful hint. Though the word begins with a U, or we can say it as a vowel, but the word pronounced it as a consonant. The word Y or U is coming in the beginning of the word. So we will use a in the beginning of the word. Now we move on to see the definite article and its usage. We will see the places wherein which we will use indefinite article. The first one which we have to remember when we refer to a single countable noun in general. For example, he gave a parcel for you this morning. Here we refer a single countable noun, that is a parcel which he had given in the morning. That it is when we are not referring to something or someone specific, or when the reader does not know which one is referred to. So he gave a parcel for you this morning. It's an example for this type of sentence. And we can understand that the parcel which he had given is not specifically said. It is not referred directly. We do not know what kind of parcel which he had given, or what kind of parcel which he had given. And there is one more example: a friend of yours called on you. Here, seeing the example, we can see that it is not referred which friend has called him. So it is not referred. It is, we refer to a single countable noun in general. So generally we say these things. So when we say generally about a single countable noun, we use a in the beginning. And in the sense of one and with a meaning each, we will use a. For example, I have bought a new house, or else I ate an orange. Here, in the first example, we can understand that I have bought a house. In the sense, he has bought a house, a new house which he had bought. Or else, I ate an orange after lunch. So here, he ate only one orange after lunch. So in order to speak about the sense of one, we can use a, as well as with the meaning each. For example, I read at least one book a month. In the sense, every month he reads one book each. So that is example for that. And or else I ate an orange after lunch. So here he ate only one orange after lunch. So in order to speak about the sense of one, we can use a, as well as with the meaning each. For example, I read at least one book a month. In the sense, every month he reads one book each. So that is to the names of occupation, the expressions of speed, price, ratio, and with certain numerical expressions, we will use the indefinite article a or an. For example, an astronaut, a doctor. So these are examples for occupations. Or else the bus fare is Rs 20 a person. Or else the bus traveled at 40 kilometers an hour. Here it speaks about ratio, that is per person 20 rupees, or else traveled at 40 kilometers an hour, which means it speaks about a ratio in this sense. And so we use indefinite article in these sentences, as well as with the numerical expressions, that is a dozen pencil, 1,000 years, $1 million, a couple of gods, and so on. So these are examples for a indefinite article which is used with certain numerical expressions. Now we move on to see about the indefinite article where we do not use. That is when the noun is countable, noun is uncountable. My new chair is made of wood. Sand is used in making glass. We know that wood, glass, and all those things are uncountable nouns. So in the sense of uncountable, we may not use or we will not use indefinite articles. Or as when a noun is the name of a meal, we had breakfast at 7 o'clock. I had dinner before going out. So before meal, we won't use the indefinite articles. We may not say we had a breakfast at 7 o'clock. We won't say I had a dinner. We'll simply say we had a dinner or we had breakfast. That's all.